Hello, boys and girls. How are you? You know, today is going to be a wonderful day. Today could be a wonderful day for many reasons. We might get mail from the postman. Or we might just get a song from Ace. Because I'm back.
Like the thrills. I know you like that. I know you like that. Especially Anthony Matthews. I know you like that. Thrills whipping your ass last week, making it not even a challenge for me, but I appreciated the effort nonetheless there. So we are back with the halfway point. Dunzo, week 12 on the up and up. Everything else behind us. Just like last week, a slew of teams sitting us right around 500. 5 and 6, 6 and 5. We got Big Green up here. We got Jumbo Cock down here. Dr. Larry here. Everybody else right here. Right there. In this like smushed up little region, there's like 9 teams just like humping each other. It's like a shark orgy. Anyways, so we had some great matchups last week, but we're done with that. We're looking ahead to this week. Jersey of the week. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way now. Ultimate Warrior. Gotta have that representation of Money in the Bank. And I was the Ultimate Warrior last week by whipping Anthony's ass. And I guess if you want to look at it in terms of the NBA, good job, Warriors. You won. Good job. Way to buy a championship. Way to buy your virginity from a prostitute, as they've been saying. Ding! I stole that. Definitely didn't make it up. Hope you guys enjoyed the long intro. I'm back. No, I'm back as well. Little Eminem. We're going to go ahead and hit a couple things before we get into the matchup previews, though. So let's go ahead and talk about that. I want to talk about the halfway point being Dunzo. Everybody's 6 and 5 and up. Big Green looking really solid. Next thing. Big Green's not here. Everybody seems to like the studs and duds column for each team. I'm just going to give you a little halfway mark, you know, all-stars and bench warmers. So, Benson, that was all for you, buddy. Let's go ahead and talk about some of our all-stars and bench warmers. Surprises this year. Let's go first with the monster masher, Aaron Judge. Just crushing dingers left and right, like Anquan Bolden catches coconuts off a tree. Rocking and rolling there. Next up, Corey Dickface Dickerson. Who the hell saw this transformation coming? Batting right at 300. Right over 300, knocking in dingers, leading the Rays' offensive charge with Longo right now, and just being a surprise all around. Picked him up off the scrap heap, basically. And last offensive surprise, little Zach Coe's art action, the artist formerly known as Coe's, crushing the ball in Cincinnati right now. He fortunately just landed on the DL. Nonetheless, does not take anything away from that. And side note about Zach Kozar, if we vote him for NL All-Star starter, Joey Votto's going to buy him a donkey. Who here doesn't want to see Zach Kozar owning a motherfucking donkey? I know I do. So I'm voting for him. All-Star starter, NL. Pitching surprises of the first half. Lo and behold, man, I just acquired Irvin Santana. Rock and roll on Ben all year long. 3 complete game shutouts. Gotta love that. Number 2 overall player in fantasy from Irvin fucking Santana. We know it's gonna come down, but I'm gonna ride it out. You know, I'll take what I can get at to Democrat sale. Next up, we got Robbie KKK Ray. Striking fools out left and right. Having a great scoreless streak, you know, 32 innings, .49 ERA during that time until last week when he got jacked a little bit there. But he's been lights out, unhittable. And another NL West pitcher, Alex Wood of the Dodgers. Nobody saw this coming. I mean, we knew he had some capabilities if he could stay healthy. He's pretty much stayed there, and he's been just whiffing folks almost at a frequent pace as Robbie Reyes. So the Dodgers are really happy with the what he's given them in the rotation, especially when you got guys like Hyun-Jin Ryu and Brandon McCarthy and Julio Urias, who are always getting hurt or something, you know, popping up, slipping down the stairs, dislocating his shoulder for shitting out loud. The bench warmers, though. Let's talk about some bench warmers here. These are all players that are owned right now. Pitchers, we're going to start there, and it's going to look like a Cleveland Indians represents pretty hard right here with Trevor Bauer and Dan the Sal. Both of them still striking fools out, but they're giving up 2.5 hits an inning to do that. ERA is over 5.5, and they're just pitching miserably right now. So we're going to hope they get it back together if you're a Windians fan like I am, but I don't own Dan LaSalle, nor do I own Trevor Bauer, so I could really give a shit less if they get it back together. Last one, Chicago Cubby, another player in the World Series. Could it be a coinkydink? Maybe so, maybe not. I pretend to think so, maybe a little overworkage, but Jay Garrietta, my other pitching disappointment right now this year, has not been up to snuff at all. You look out there, you're like, oh, 5 innings, 3 hits, 100 pitches. So he's not efficient. He's not getting guys out. He's not really helping your fantasy squad right now at all. And that was a rare occasion when he's only giving up a couple hits. Usually it's like 8 hits and 5 earned runs recently in those 5 innings. So my offensive players that have been a real shitbag this year. Start off Schwarbaby. Schwarbaby just been awful. Awful. Not even a platoon player anymore. Well, not even a starter anymore. Straight up platoon player. And nobody really wants that on their team holding it down. But Code the Nope still rocking Schwarbaby, hoping he can turn this funk around. I guess 2 months, as Sav Dog stated earlier. Not really a funk anymore. More of a I guess what we call it, more than a trend. Maybe it's like a fact, or maybe it's just like a progression. We can go with that. Trevor Story, next up. Last year, great rookie year. Hurt himself, came back this year. We thought he was healthy, thought he was going to do something in Coors Field, and he has not been able to do anything in Coors Field this year. Aharb just picked him up, hoping he can bring a spark to his team, but as Ben can probably attest, it's going to be a Danzy Swanson-esque pickup. We'll go in a couple games, watch him go 0 for 4 with 2 or 3 strikeouts, but back to the scrap heap we go. There's better players out there. And lastly, Rougned Odor. Once again, another player was horrible the first half. Just recently it started to show a little heartbeats. So to the point that Ben has reacquired him after dropping him. So I hope for Ben's sake he starts going back to old Rougned. And I don't mean old last year, I mean old earlier this year when he was really bad. So that's all for you, Ben, there. So those are offensive, defensive. Offensive is somebody say pitching, all-stars, and bench warmers. And one more thing before we get into the matchup ratings. I know we're already at the 7.5-minute mark, but this is the halfway point, so might as well take a minute and enjoy it. Playoffs right now. Playoffs! Just trying to win a game here. Right now, playoffs. Looking at the 6 seeds right now that I would think would be in the playoffs, or should be the final 6, looking at the rankings right now. Standings as I see them. Number 1 seed, B Green. These were written prior to all the trades that transpired at, I don't want to say like between the hours of 8 and 9:52. We've had 5 trades go down on this Monday. It's been insanity at its finest. But we have Joe Boo at number 2. Flash at number 3. I think Flash is going to still win that division. Cody's right on his heels, though, but I don't think anybody else has a chance in that division. Man Bear Pig with the number 4. Thrills checking in at number 5. And Q, question mark, checking in at number 6. So right now I went from having 3 Harbor Bros and family members in the playoffs to just 1. So you guys come at me hard if you want to, but right now results speak for themselves. And Man Bear Pig has been the best Harbor this year. Aharb, keep trying, man. You're going to keep it up. Ben, fuck you. Mom Thrills, you're still number 1 in this guy's book. All right, so with that out of the way, let's go ahead and hit up the matchup previews for this week. Let's go ahead. We'll start off with the team I was just slightly backhanding right there with Aharb, Belch Huggins versus and David Justice for all. Code knows he was participated in all of the trades that went down tonight, I think, aside from the Wacky Deli and Dr. Larry trade. And I think that Belch is going to pull it out this way. I think Belch is still going to beat and David Justice. Although the Chris Sale acquisition, he gets him twice this week. Sorry, Belch, I'm actually changing that pick right fucking now, dude. Yeah, I'm going to change it from Belch to and David Justice with the dub this week. I'm surprised at myself here. So, and David Justice, you're going to have Chris Sale. You got some good players going for you. And I think your trades are starting to finally really help your team instead of hinder your squad. So good luck this week. Next up, Nothing Else Matters versus Q, question mark, Anthony. Anthony at the GM meetings. It was awesome to see you. Didn't make any trades. Maybe overvalued a player or 2. I don't really know. I wasn't involved in your discussions with Ben. I was in there, making deals with Ben, not just talking a fucking about it. I don't talk a big game. I fucking walk a big game. And I think that's why I think Nothing Else is going to win this week. He's been dedicated all year long to an nth degree, owning his own business, really giving him the free time he needs to really focus on his fantasy team, and he's doing that. We're playing with his heart, playing with his head, not his heart this year, and I think he's going to pull it out. So Nothing Else Matters is going to beat Q. Moving on from the team that beat Q last week, Original Champ versus Jobu. This is a good old-fashioned rematch of Week 1, just like every matchup is this week. And I think the results are going to be slightly different this time. I think I'm going to pull out the dub. I'm feeling really good about my offense. Acquired some really good players. My pitching staff, if I can get below a 5 ERA or 6 ERA, that would be friggin' stellar. But I still think I'm going to beat you. Per usual, I'm going to check myself to win. And by my calculations, that puts me at a stellar 13-0 this year. Next up, let's see. I'm going to go with I'm going to let this speak for itself, what I think of this pick this week. This is my oh, get it, Scott Hall! Bam, right there. My Stone Cold Lock of the Week is going to be Dr. Larry versus Wacky Deli. Dr. Larry made a trade with Wacky Deli this week, which is crazy considering they're in the matchup against each other. Matt Kemp for Brandon McCarthy and somebody else I wasn't paying attention to. And I still think that Dr. Larry is going to pull out the dub this week. So, Dr. Larry, don't let me down. Do not let me fucking down. I mean, excuse me, Mother Harbor. Please, Mother Harbor, do not let me down. Moving on, got a couple more matchups to hit on. Let's go ahead and hit up a Man Bear Pig versus Power Gloves. Power Gloves really took it in the A last night. Watched that Sunday night game. I saw the hit that really put it in him. I was really sorry about that. But once again, you're in my division, but you're 2 games back of 3 different teams. It's going to be really tough for you to catch up. So just keep fighting. But this week, you're not going to win. Man Bear Pig's team coming around, playing on all cylinders. So Man Bear Pig picking up a dub in this guy's book right here. So we're looking at one more matchup left this week. We're looking at Jumbo, J's for Jumbo versus Master of Puppets. Master of Puppets just had Zach the Coes go on the DL, which is kind of a bummer for him. But he still got Tame, still got Miguel Cabrera, maybe kind of pitching well. And Andrew McCutcheon, pitching well. Oh, that's hilarious. Miguel Cabrera starting to hit well. And Andrew McCutcheon is playing like Andrew McCutcheon, like the MVP candidate, which means I think that Master of Puppets is going to win this week. Jaycock getting your shit shut back down, bruh. Sit back down. Fall back. Fall back. All right, so to recap, we got the Original Champ. We got Belch. We got Nothing Else Matters. We got Man Bear Pig. We got Master of Puppets. And we got the Stone Cold Stoner of the Week. Let's watch a few more stoners. Everybody loves Stone Cold. Stone Cold Stoner. Alright, that's enough of that. So on that note, let's send it off in stellar fashion this week with a little deuces.